What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're not a subscriber, then simply welcome to the channel. Make sure before you get out of here to hit that subscribe button as well as the bell notification and the like button. That would definitely help me out and I really do appreciate it. So this video is going to be about Chrome Hearts and how you can get it for cheaper or as close to the retail price as possible. Just keep in mind, I'm not trying to tell you or trying to promote the idea that I know how to get it for free or like crazy prices. No, I can't get you a t-shirt for 50 bucks or a hat for, $1 or whatever the fuck. So, unless someone gifts it to you. So just keep that in mind, it is an expensive brand. So that being said, before I get into how to buy it, where to buy it, I do want to give you guys a little bit of insight on why it's expensive and a little bit of background to the brand's history or whatever, just for context, so that way maybe you can justify it more. However, that being said, this is not a Chrome Hearts history or history of Chrome Hearts video. For that, I would probably direct you to Thread Education. I'll put like a picture of some shit up here and a link in the description below. They'll probably get you right as far as the history and the sort of the story behind Chrome Hearts, as well as a lot of other brands too, so definitely check them out. He's not paying me to do that or anything, I just think it's a cool channel. So one final thing, I want to let everyone know I'm not the hugest, biggest, most ravenous fan of Chrome Hearts or whatever. I literally have one picture of me wearing one t-shirt on a beach somewhere in Florida or whatever. I've had Chrome Hearts stuff in the past, I've seen a lot of it in person, especially the secondhand stuff. But yeah, I'm in no way, shape, or form the biggest Chrome Hearts guy or the most knowledgeable guy on Chrome Hearts. I think that if you know more than me, if you feel like, hey, this guy's bullshit, or I know a better method to the madness, definitely make your own channel and make your own video and trash this one and tell me I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, because I'd like to learn and get out of your knowledge as well. Why not? It helps me become a better consumer. So with all that being said, let's get into a little bit of the history behind Chrome Hearts. So essentially it was started by three guys, Leonard Camus, Richard Stark, and John, I can't remember the guy's last name, I'll put it up on screen. Essentially those guys got bought out of the company anyway, so I'm not saying they're not important, but they're not really a part of the longevity of Chrome Hearts anymore. They're just kind of like in the past. So the two guys, John and Richard, worked in leather craftsmanship. Leonard did the jewelry side and he was the silver guy. They did customs for a while and eventually they landed themselves a minor role, or sort of a minor role, but also it kind of helped them out a lot. But let me explain. They got a minor part in a movie, not as an actor or anything like that, but what they did was create pieces for the individuals in the movie. So the movie was called Chrome Hearts originally, and then it got changed like Chopper Chicks in Zombie Town, something stupid like that. I think the original name Chrome Hearts is a little bit better, but I guess for that movie it was like a horror comedy that was more on brand. Not really the point. However, from there, one of the chicks in the movie was a girlfriend of the drummer from the Sex Pistols. Now, if you don't know who that is, definitely Google the Sex Pistols. If you know who Sid Vicious is, he was a former member before he passed away from an overdose. Long story short, a bunch of celebs ended up getting into Chrome Hearts. Tommy Lee is one, Cher is very important to the growth of Chrome Hearts. She presented them with the LVMH award back in the day. So in the 90s, Richard pretty much bought Leonard and John shares, and he became the majority holder of Chrome Hearts. Now the Stark family, like his wife and children, help him run the Chrome Hearts brand or label, whatever. Also, anyone affiliated with Chrome Hearts and whatnot, like Matty Boy, all friends of the family or boyfriends or whatever like that. So it's a family brand now. Now that's a little bit of the history. Let's get into why Chrome Hearts itself is expensive in the first place. That first part when I kind of briefly ran over the history of Chrome Hearts is kind of half the reason why any brand is popular and expensive or whatever, or has a cult following, is the history behind the brand. So that's going to play a big role in it. Second of all, are the materials that Chrome Hearts uses. Making clothes in general is expensive, but they generally use premium leathers, they use premium silvers and stuff like that. And the leather part, I really can't attest to as much because I haven't had any of their leather goods in hand before, and I have never purchased them. I've purchased some Chrome Hearts pieces, but that was in the past. I sold them, and none of them were leather. So I really can't attest. They have their own patented silver, which was probably an expensive and time-intensive process. If you ever own a piece with silver on it and it starts to kind of tarnish, and you're like, oh my God, this is falling apart, and I paid so much money. Basically, that's what they wanted it to do because that's kind of the look of Chrome Hearts. So that's their patented style of patina. They did that on purpose, and it's not a deficiency in their product according to them. So you use diamonds, gold, and probably other types of silver at times, as well as like the fabrics for their shirts and all that stuff. They try and do a higher end. They try and do a higher end version of like motorcycle and grunge culture. T-shirts, if you ask me, probably not worth the price, but that's usually never worth the price at any brand. That's just an entry-level item to kind of introduce you into Chrome Hearts, and serves as like a sort of a billboard if you wear the Chrome Hearts logos and stuff, because the logos are quite loud. I'm not gonna lie to you. That being said, I'll bring you to the last part that I think is important for why Chrome Hearts is expensive before I get into the meat and potatoes of the video. And that last part, of course, is that they do a lot of customs. Now, a lot of the pieces that you guys see on people, like the denim jeans with the crosses on them, the Birkenstocks and stuff like that, most of the Rick Owens Chrome Hearts shoes you see on there are probably customs that people had to build themselves, or Chrome Hearts did it. But that being said, customs are expensive. That's pretty much the most expensive way to buy clothing. That is why couture is expensive. Essentially, they're one-of-ones, or they're very small or low quantity items. And when you do things outside the bulk pricing, they kind of go up in price a lot. So yeah, using diamonds and all kind of stuff for customs is a huge reason why a lot of the pieces are expensive. Now, the first most obvious way is just going to the store. That's probably the cheapest way to purchase any item. On the website, Chrome Hearts, we'll cover the website a little bit more in a second, but on the website they have info on where all the Chrome Hearts stores are located. So if you live in North America like me, or Asia or whatever, if they have a Chrome Hearts store there on that continent or in that part of the world, they'll probably list it on the website more often than not. They don't have a lot of retailers that carry the stuff other than eyewear and some jewelry outside of the official Chrome Hearts store, so that's one thing. Second, you have to make an appointment. So if you go to a store, definitely make an appointment, because I went to Miami and tried to go to the Chrome Hearts store. They had a 10-day wait list, honestly, 10-day. So if you're gonna go to Vegas or anywhere located on the Chrome Hearts like list or map of places that they have their stores, definitely call ahead, maybe a couple weeks in advance, even as far in advance as you possibly can. What are the prices like inside the store? The prices inside the store are going to vary depending on season to season items, how much leather or silver are in the items, but generally they're a lot lower than what you would pay on the resale market. That's always pretty much the case. Think about Supreme or Bape or whatever like that. Buying it from the site, you'll probably get a better price. So the next method of purchasing Chrome Hearts is sort of obvious to a lot of us. However, I feel like there's a caveat to it, because it might not be the best way, at least in my opinion, to purchase it, especially for cheaper. That would be going through resale sites like maybe Grailed or Depop. Grailed has some crazy prices, and I'm not saying you can't buy any Chrome Hearts for under the retail price or close to or exactly at retail. What I am saying is that the pieces that you're probably going to want the most are going to be really high up, and even trying to go like a step down and getting like the next most desired piece, in your opinion, is probably going to fetch a pretty fair price. eBay might be the best way to go about it if you're going to buy from a reseller site instead of Depop or Grailed. And that's only because while eBay is a pretty big site still, most people don't get on there and go for like fashion items like Grailed and Depop and like the Real. These sites are specifically for fashion, and so it's hyper concentrated. Whereas eBay, I mean, people are on there for fashion and sneakers and stuff like that, but more often than not, it's going to be less traffic in that particular area, like looking for chrome hearts and whatnot. So you may find a better deal on eBay. So what I actually do recommend as far as a reseller site or buying it online, which is pretty much the only way to buy it other than going to the store or the authorized retailers. But as I said before, they only sell like jewelry and whatnot. But the better way to do that if you're going to buy it online is probably to go to Yahoo Auctions. Yahoo Auctions has a lot of, other stuff like Tokyo exclusive Jordans or undercover, whatever. Honestly, any Japanese brand. But there's also a Chrome Heart store in Tokyo, and I don't know why this is the case. And of course, it's going to vary depending on what piece it is. Like the most hyped up piece is obviously going to go for more, no matter where you get them from. But a lot of times, especially like the basic tees, like with the Chrome Hearts logo, or even some of the nicer pieces, they tend to go for a little less on Yahoo Auctions. And plus, you can kind of like haggle with them. You can haggle with them on Grail, but with the crazy Grail fees and stuff like that, they're really less likely to cut you a terrific deal on Grail or something. But Yahoo Auctions functions a little bit more like eBay. It's a pretty good way to go about it. If you want to buy jewelry, that's cool too. But if you're going to buy jewelry, I would suggest just buying it from the authorized retailer. A lot of different methods, but I mean, Yahoo Auctions is a tried and true method. It may redirect you to like an English version of that site or to a different site because it is overseas. However, people have bought things from Yahoo Auctions in the past several times, and I mean, most people have pretty good reviews on it. So as far as authorized retailers, at the bottom of the store list on the Chrome Hearts website, at the very bottom, there should be like a little link that says authorized retailers. You click it and it should show you all the stores, worldwide that should be selling Chrome Hearts stuff in store. Now, to my knowledge, it's just jewelry, maybe sunglasses and whatnot. The apparel is pretty hard to come by if you're not getting it off of like a reseller website or from the store directly. However, I could be wrong. Maybe a couple places in different, continents or whatever, like Asia or whatever, they possibly could have stuff in store. Maybe even Dover Street Market in New York. Like I said, don't quote me on that. I have not visited all these locations, but they should have some Chrome Hearts jewelry at least in store. Now, as a caveat to that, or I shouldn't say a caveat, on the other hand, if you don't want to go into the store, or maybe you're just looking for jewelry, I hear that there are several sites that sell. I don't know if they're reselling it and they're just not claiming that they resell it, or if they're actually authorized vendors, but places like Crown Forever LA, and just a couple other sites. If I can find them, I may list them in the description. But yeah, otherwise, those should have Chrome Hearts jewelry, and I believe that they're authentic. However, once again, I have not purchased from this site myself, like Crown LA and these other sites. I would not take my word for it necessarily, but I try not to lead you guys astray. I don't want you guys buying anything fake. Definitely try it out. Maybe buy like a less expensive piece. It's definitely a good idea to learn how to legit check Chrome Hearts. I would suggest some Reddit threads that Chrome Hearts, enthusiasts get on and kind of like banter back and forth about Chrome Hearts, whatever. Ask questions, get people to legit check items. But once you build a trust and a rapport with an authorized retailer or website, I would say definitely, you can begin to trust them and build a relationship with them. As far as buying from authorized retailers, it's probably going to be an in-store only type of experience. So for that reason, you may have to just go to the store. That's why I recommended like Crown LA Forever or other spots like that. Really, you can just Google Chrome Hearts jewelry. That way you can pay the retail price instead of a resale price. With all that being said, guys, that's my kind of spiel on it. That's my info that I have as far as buying it cheaper or buying it closer to retail. Definitely consider, how Chrome Hearts is going to fit into your wardrobe. Probably easier to wear the jewelry or the hats or something like that. But if that's not your style, don't be a Blazendary Kicks about it and just go buy a whole bunch of shit just because you can. Although it's not my money, you really can just do whatever the fuck you want. But other than that, I'm signing out for today. Thank you guys for watching the video. Let me know if I left out some information you may need to know, or if you want me to elaborate more on the history or something like that. As far as Chrome Hearts goes, you know where to leave that info. Just put it in the comment section. And once again, please like, comment, and subscribe. It does help me out a lot. I appreciate you guys, and until next time.